We return live again.
It feels like it's been forever since we played this game.
It has. Like last week, we kind of got a late enough start that we did a tower fall. The
Yeah,
week before that, we had to be out of town for ZenkeCon.
that's true. So it has been like a month or so. So
Yeah, it's like 3 weeks, maybe 4.
so we've just been spending like if I recall correctly, we made it to the other planet
Yep.
and we've been wandering around killing things.
Yeah, we're on Grand Pulse, and we took our time to, as one of my favorite podcasts refers to it, wander in the forest.
Yeah. So you got a message over there, but I think that it might be like picking up your notifications there on the stream.
Shouldn't be.
I mean, not on the screen, like they can't see it, but I think the sound came through.
It might be booping them, yeah.
Boop. It's okay. Little puppy, you can't come up here because I'm eating.
It's like I would hand you the controller to have you steer us, but as soon as I click outside of the window, it's gone anyway.
So where are we going? Are we actually going towards the goal now?
Yeah, that's
we
what I
did enough
figured.
grinding.
Yeah, we did a session of grinding. Like maybe we have to come back later.
Well, what was the goal? I mean, it's been so long I can't even remember. Where are we trying to go?
We are going back towards Urba.
Is that the city?
Yes. Well, if it helps you, I believe their names are Urba de Vanille and Urba de Fang.
Mm-hmm.
It's their hometown. And they're like, oh, maybe we should take you there. And Vanille's like, what? Are you sure? And Fang's like, yeah, we have to. So they seem nervous about taking us there for some reason.
Well, they've been dead for like 200 years, right?
In stasis-ish.
They were heroes. That's what it was? I can't remember.
Well, I suppose for Grand Pulse they would be heroes.
Yes. Wait, so we're on Pulse now.
Yes.
This is Pulse? Okay.
This is Pulse. Wait, there's Pulse, and what's the other one?
Cocoon?
Cocoon, that's right. Because we're Pulse Lassie, enemy of Cocoon.
But we're from Cocoon.
Yeah, we're from Cocoon, but the
Just
Pulse...
I think you should kill some things on the way there.
I think we killed enough things last time.
I know,
I'm just
we
trying
might
to
have
find my way there.
We might have a boss fight before we hit it, and we probably want to, like, practice, because it's been a little bit since we played. And you want that treasure orb, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't want to fight two behemoths for
You
it.
can do it. We've grinded so much, we'll be fine. They wouldn't put them there if we couldn't handle them.
You say that, but there's those giant things walking
It's
past
fine.
us.
Try it anyway.
I don't want to.
Do it. Fine, I'll do it. Give it to me. You don't want to do it? You're too scared? Should have ran around back and poked it in the butt.
It already had my scent.
Oh, you died.
So,
I'm so advanced.
Maybe if you were ready for it.
is getting two-shotted before I make
I mean, like, the point is, like, I don't know. Maybe we're just really behind the curve on, like, leveling. No, but, I mean, seriously, if we get to a boss fight and we're supposed to be, like, a higher level, I'm gonna be like, I told you so.
that is a fair point.
Remember our friend?
But we already did one session of leveling. I don't want to... Like, I don't want the next 18 sessions of playing this game to be... Alright, and now we're grinding again for another 3 hours.
Well, you'll just have to do it when you're, when I'm not here. Just do some grinding.
You
Or
could
I
do it
can.
instead of playing Magic the Gathering, yeah.
No, that's not gonna happen. I have to get good.
Yeah, at Final Fantasy 13.
Huh. This is like the biggest map ever with like nothing interesting on it. It's just monsters and a couple save points like randomly scattered throughout. There's not even any hard puzzles like there was in the last map.
What do you mean I have to push A on these
Ooh, they're fighting each other. I guess she gave you a hint of where to go, which is not there.
It's like, no, don't try to fight them. They're jerks.
Wasn't there supposed to be more of those like floaty guys that we were supposed to get quests from?
There were, and we did some of them, but I think they're kind of the optional side questy bit
There's a
of
way
this.
through here.
Yeah. Give me the controller so you can eat a little bit. Controller.
I haven't had any battles yet.
No, I know, but you probably want to eat because you look hungry.
You're just using that as an excuse.
Are you hungry?
Relatively. While I watched anime at Charlie's house, I ate a bag of pork rinds, a wheel of cheese, and
Damn.
2 tablespoons of hummus.
Oh, I ate some cheese that was downstairs because when I came home.
Just like in the fridge.
No, some cheese in the fridge.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh, the music got cool here.
I don't even want to think how
Yeah.
many bad things must be waiting for us.
Okay, come here, puppy. You can sit up here now.
She's just
Yeah.
talking about Fong's mother.
You could- It's normal for her to not like her mother-in-law.
Shh, they're probably cousins, Heather.
Might be a little hard to see where we're going. We'll get there.
Yeah, this game is like 20 years old or something. It's like 20 years old, isn't it?
I think it's like 10.
It's like 20.
You are correct. That is like 20.
Yeah. Where did these robots come from? I thought this world was all like wild and free.
Well, the robots that we've seen, like the old junky looking robots that we've seen on Cocoon were from Pulse.
This game doesn't make any sense.
Makes plenty of sense as long as you pay attention to the narrative.
These things are... You need to leave them, Brian. You're not doing any damage to them.
That's a good point.
You're not doing enough.
I forgot that.
Oh, shit.
Time for another approach.
Okay, now go read what the Leaper says. It probably says something like they're not gonna take your hits.
It's like now they're weak against electricity.
Ah. And we know that, so now we're doing thunder. It's interesting because before that you were doing all kinds of stuff to see
Yeah.
what stuck.
Target's a target.
I have a little pup asleep on me.
One second.
What are you doing? Is our sound bad?
I was worried the music was a bit loud.
Alright, it's my turn now. That was 2 battles.
It was one battle.
Oh, look at how bad you sucked. You sucked so bad. So much shame.
Well, to be fair, I was distracted.
Mm. Did you get a weapon for someone?
Yeah. But it's like a weird part of this game where it's like, yeah, but I know that the thing I have is better than the new weapon because I haven't leveled the new weapon up yet, but I also like look to see which weapons were best.
Yeah.
got the stuff going like nearly constantly.
I don't know. You didn't stagger it. Alright, give me my controller now. Alright. Running towards the target. Oh, no! I wanted to sneak up. Ah! I didn't see that one there.
They snuck up on you.
They're pretty fast. They're fast dudes. One more and I think is probably good. Oh, I gotta talk a little bit louder. One more and we'll probably have to go to diversity after that.
Yep.
It's dead. Oh, maybe not. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I didn't stagger it well enough. So I want to hit first with the Ravager and then with the,
Yeah.
Thank you.
It'll be okay.
alright. These things are hard to stagger. Even though it's like a low stagger amount.
Oh, you sucked.
Not as bad as you did that one time, though.
I got 5 stars on the last fight. I don't know what you're talking about.
Better go up this way. This looks more exciting. Oh, careful with the puppy there, Brian.
Back up.
I'm gonna fight these.
You gotta back up.
These blow up, don't they?
I don't entirely remember.
Oh no, these are new. Oh, now I gotta go to techniques. Well, they don't have any text, so... Maybe they don't blow up?
Yeah, I thought they're the replacement for bombs, but
Oh, there they go. They died. No, it's my turn.
2 battles. It's my turn.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at how well I did. Alright, I'm eating some chicken.
There we go. That's better.
What?
I like how you and I, like, as a couple playing video games, we just talk shit on each other.
Mm-hmm. So what's better? Oh, I got like 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, they have an eye.
They have 2 eyes and a mouth.
Oh, there's a different one there. I think you need to leave for them again, Brian. There's one with hair. Oh no, that's just his second form.
No, that's just like it's progressed somehow.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill y'all. You better get in the combat clinic. Snow died. Why are you shaking, little pup? Why are you shaking?
It's like because I'm part Chihuahua. That is in my evolution.
It is what I do. And yesterday you took me to the dog park and it was so scary. I had to sit on other ladies' laps. god, that's not going very far at all.
No, and that was like 19,000 CP.
Yeah, like really stacks. You're not gonna...
I was looking ahead to see whether I should go with medic or...
Oh. Ooh, Curasa. What does that do?
I don't know. It's gone beyond the limits of my knowledge of...
Go back and look at what Curasa does. It's
It-
really easy to see what it does.
I mean, it cures.
I know, but...
Star HP to target proportional to amount of damage target has taken.
Okay.
It's like, does that mean like all the... Let's see, Sentinel...
Stop licking
okay.
me.
What's reprieve? Yeah, that seems good to work towards. Unless Commando had something better.
Excuse me. You might as well do everyone else too.
Okay.
You don't want them to feel left out.
Not to mention, at this rate, it's not like it's gonna go that far.
Nope. Little pup. Little pup. You're so small. You're so small. Daisiga. That Daisiga?
Days Gone.
Daisiga. Gah. Alright. Wow, his HP's really low.
Fishy about this place.
Change of plan.
Thanks.
Little puppy, you make me want to sleep. Because she's so small.
Just tiny, sleepy puppy.
Tiny sleepy puppy.
Try that on me.
I'm gonna walk off camera for a little bit and go eat. I'm hungry.
Okay. It's almost your turn, though.
That's okay, it can be your turn.
Move the mic over here for now, then. Oh, cutscene, Heather. Or more boss introduction.
Like that. Wasn't much of that scene. Oh, yeah. Paper towels up here.
Wow,
Did it kill you immediately?
that was quick.
It killed you immediately? Was I right?
I don't know if you were right or if that's just like terrible luck or whatever happened there.
Damn, Brian.
This might even strikes me almost as a secret boss type character.
And so it ends.
Let me see if we have to fight this thing because we need to grind for a long time if that's a boss.
Sit. I said sit, not dance. Can you put this over there so that the puppies don't eat it all or get it? So we can watch it. Because you know they're sneaky assholes. That's a plate from yesterday. You don't need to eat that one.
Okay, so the only time we would need to fight this thing is he shows up during like the Seath Stone missions. So we are facing a optional dude right now.
Probably above our level.
I think so.
How many hits did you get on him before he died?
I didn't.
You didn't get a hit on him?
No, he literally like swings across one arm with fire on it, and then he swings across a second arm with fire on it, and that kills the party. Because he deals 1,000 damage and then 1,000 damage.
Ah.
Hold on one second.
Give it to me.
I need to shift focus, so giving it to you.
Oh my god, use your damn phone to do this.
Won't be as easy.
Well, I'm still gonna go.
And I'm muting all notifications for 2 hours.
Alright.
Oh, of course.
Oh, thank you. Now everybody can hear me. Shit. Alright, there we go. Can you get to some healing, Spinel, please? Stop healing. I guess you've got to take care of yourself before you take care of other people, like on a plane. You got to put the mask on your face before you take care of people you're with.
No, fuck that. Put the mask on lightning.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, it's game over. I don't want to switch to combat clinic. Okay, there we go.
Thanks.
Video's almost down again. There we go. Alright.
Target's a target.
You know, there are people who pay really good money to watch other people eat on camera. I saw an article about that once, so maybe it was on TV or something, like on a talk show.
I think some of the countries, like, I think Japan banned, like, eating, like, phallic foods on camera. Like
No.
bananas and stuff like that.
That's kind of funny. It's unfortunate that bananas are both full of carbs and also phallic. Oh, don't look. I did really, really well that combat.
Did you, or are you lying?
No, I was awesome. I got, you know, there was a star on the screen.
There was at least one?
There was at least one star.
Maybe even multiples.
Could have been. I don't know.
Like, you can multiply it by things.
Yeah.
Like, multiple implies it's been multiplied, and, you know, times one's a multiplier.
Oh, man. I don't know what makes it a better battle. Do you, like, do better if you don't have to heal or anything? Oh, it's gonna explode. And lightning died. Oh, man. That was a 5-star fight, though. That was quality. Baby, put your damn food down. And watch and avenge me.
Try to bring in that Japanese audience.
It wasn't. She made a lot of money. It was like a fetish thing. Is what it was.
Oh, I'm sure.
This is how it worked. And she like put on a lot of weight. Yeah, I think that was on. It was on like Mari or something. It was on the daytime talk show that I saw that. That's the kind of thing you would see there, right?
Yeah, it sounds about right for, like, waiting for a dentist appointment.
Oh man. So they do the like, when do they do the self-destruct thing? Is it just a time thing, or is it like a...
I don't know. Tell me?
No,
Nope.
I thought it told you these things.
Oh, look, even in their, like, normal form, they still have eyes and
Yeah.
a mouth.
I just couldn't see the one on the dark side. You need to get to a healing, Brian. Oh.
You need to get to healing. No, I was just trying to, like, assault it because I knew it was going to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
So if Snow decided to be up against it when it exploded, that was unfortunate, but not really my fault.
You can fight these guys. They're easy. Fight them.
I could. I'm just trying to get back to the junction.
Oh, did it take you all the way back after you lost against that boss?
No, it, like, spawned me, like, right outside that boss. We could have just thrown ourselves at him and died all night, but...
I mean...
There was a moment where you turned left to explore the side passage.
Yeah.
And that took us towards that... He's not even a boss. He's, like, listed in the wiki as a normal monster.
Yeah? I guess it's just a much higher level normal monster.
Yeah.
Little pup, come here. You got down for no reason. Alright, give me control. You have 2 fights.
Look at that. There are multiple stars there.
Oh, I love you. It's what I would say if you were not an asshole. I forget, am I allowed to swear on Twitch?
Yes.
There's an X over here, what does that mean?
This looks like easy going.
I thought I saw an X. I guess I don't. It's all this junk here. It's like not even
I think
necessary.
you're going backwards.
How am I? This way. That's the way I went towards the big robot man. Whoa, that's a new thing. They brought a friend this time. Big arm friend. I gotta do a Libra.
You should do a Libra on him.
What is this? Ox Phalanx.
It's gonna come up. Boxed phalanx is made for hugs.
He doesn't even have hands. That's weird.
That's why it's so sad. Can't pat you on the back during those hugs.
Aww.
He's giving orders.
Oh, is he? Should I be attacking him or the little dudes? I'm gonna attack the little dudes because it looks like the big dude's hard to kill. No, I was trying to kill the little dudes. There we go. Oh shit, he's giving bops. I need a saboteur, Brian. This is why I need a saboteur. Do you see this shit?
Well, if you killed the ads before the big guy gave them orders to upgrade themselves.
Fuck, how do I get him to come back? Oh, raise. Oh, I'm about to die. Sorry, we're gonna... Can you rearrange the party so we have a saboteur, please? Wait, we do have a saboteur.
Ends.
Do we?
Yeah,
Vanille's a saboteur. Does she
Okay.
have Dispel?
I forget.
Can you check?
But if you take out the ads early, you don't need to worry about it.
It doesn't matter because they're buffed immediately.
No, they are not. He went, you give commands, and then a couple seconds later, it went version upgrade.
Yeah, but
you
you
had,
can't...
but you were smacking on him doing nothing.
Okay, you would have done the same thing, first off. Because it was the first time you'd seen him. Go look at her saboteur abilities. Does she have the
Yeah,
things?
she's got the spell right there.
Does the spell take them off?
Yes.
Let's do.
Most recent status enhancement.
Okay. Just make your team Commando, Ravager, Saboteur. Alright, make that team. You're a jerk.
I wasn't trying to be.
Oh,
a
you have
jerk.
to Libra.
I'm not gonna waste the time to Libra yet, because I'm attacking the hoplites first.
Why are you like everything? Stop.
It's like, let me give you orders, and it died immediately.
It's still, there's like 4 of them.
Oh no.
Oh no?
Yeah, those weren't here a moment ago.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that sucked, didn't it? Didn't it suck? It sucked so bad. We might need to rearrange the paradigms.
Well, except there's already a paradigm called Ruthless, which is exactly the one you called
I know,
for.
but I'm saying like maybe a different default one, but you know, whatever.
I don't think we need a different default one.
You just need to know that
Although,
that's coming.
yeah, it's like, needed to know that it was coming. I killed one of them, got cocky about it, and then it immediately summoned in 4 more.
Maybe if you had two saboteurs, they could remove those things faster. One that has Dispelga.
No, there was just like 4 of them, so
Are you just gonna avoid them?
I just dodged that particular one, yeah.
This is why we are low level and suck.
Grand Pulse Fal'Cie made this path.
Yep. I bet it's off digging more tunnels right now.
They seem different from all the Fal'Cie we've seen on Cocoon, you know? It's like they just plow through, without caring what happens around them.
That's true. Then again, we were able to build our village on land cleared by Fal'Cie. We lived alongside them, just like you do on Cocoon.
Oh yeah, this is just like Cocoon.
In a world this big, who knows what we'll find?
Go ahead and finish up your food. This out just a little bit. There we go.
Come on, let's go.
No, save point.
Yep.
What did I get down there? Oops. Jump.
That's one way.
Aw. Try to sneak up on him.
Thanks.
Oh, everyone died. Just gonna keep healing while it blows up on me. Of course, she decided to do raise
I'm so
instead of heal. So then she didn't heal herself and she blew up.
That's okay. I think in this particular case, once I start to go self-destruct at that level, there's not much we can do.
There would no, I could have healed myself and been fine.
Your max HP is 1800.
Yeah.
That did 2800.
Why are you gonna be such a downer? They evolved really fast this time. Attrition was attrition. Oh my gosh! Brian!
Ends.
What did you do? Dishonor.
I had too many of them kill me at once. Alright, that's fine.
New strategy.
Maybe diversity would be the way to go, so you always have a healer, Brian?
What?
Diversity might be the way to go. I don't know if Saboteur helped. It looks like it actually did.
Gotta win this.
It's not the Saboteur. I've got a wall.
What do you mean a wall? Oh, you guys are standing behind snow?
Yeah, he's just out far enough, and because of his Sentinel, he survived all of the explosions. That was
Yeah.
my just solution. Was I'm just gonna let them all blow up and hope snow can just tank
Hey,
them.
that was actually my turn. You lost, so I was supposed
There
to
you go.
get it back.
There you go.
You forgot how the game works.
I didn't forget how the game works.
Ah, turn around. I was trying to sneak up on it. With its swingy arm.
You'll have to lever this.
Ah, Jinx. Oops. Okay. Ooh, lightning. It doesn't actually have a weakness.
No, it's weak against Earth.
Listen, I didn't see a weakness. Do we have any Earth attacks? I don't think we do. Oh shit. It's dead.
Yeah, you might want to swap to.
Vanille's raising him. It's fine.
Oh, she's on it. Okay.
Yeah, she's a good medic. I figured she would, since they started selecting Rays now.
Gotta win this.
Yeah, look under your techniques.
Why?
Wait.
Oh.
Go.
That didn't do a whole lot.
Thanks.
Ooh, it got taller, Brian. That's what it does when it's threatened.
It's fair. I do that too.
I gotta stop. I'm gonna break the freaking A button if I keep tapping it for no reason.
We gotta win this.
You know. It's weird how it picks them. Like, why does it do Spark Strike and then Thundera and then Spark Strike again? Like, why does it pick those particular attacks?
I don't know.
Oh, that was good. It was multiple stars on there.
Glad I'm not here alone. This place is
only one here? That's weird. Why was there only one? Like, that's really weird.
I don't know.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
It wasn't, because it was only one.
Yes, Vanille, we agree with you. You're...
Hello? Thank you for choosing Orbits. You won a free stay at the Holiday Inn.
I still have no idea why a defunct beverage company is calling you.
It's because I drank so much Orbits in 1992.
I don't believe you, but only because you hate boba tea.
No, I drank Orbit. I drank
Did
that
you?
stuff. Yeah. It's not tapioca. Boba
Yeah,
tea's
it was like a
gross.
weird... Like, if they explain that, like, technically those are really bad for you because they've got, like, they're basically
Plastic.
just, like, small orbs of plastic.
Yeah. Oh man, why haven't they made that again? I'm gonna look up a picture of it. I haven't seen it. It was called Orbits?
Yeah, with a Z.
Stop. Well, Orbits is that website, isn't it? With
Yes,
the-
it is now.
I'll just type drink. It was like a carbonated beverage.
I don't even remember if it was carbonated. It probably
It
was, but at the same point, that feels like a bad idea.
It looks so cool. Like it's so cool looking. Like, why didn't they just, like, make it again?
Well, unless you discover that it's, like, owned by PepsiCo or something like that, then I feel like the answer is because it didn't sell well.
Oh.
Or else they'd have kept making it forever.
Orbits is the product name of a discontinued, non-carbonated, fruit-flavored beverage made by the Clearly Food and Beverage Company of Canada, makers of Clearly Canadian. It was introduced in 1997 and quickly disappeared due to poor sales. Made with small floating edible balls, the drink was marketed as a texturally enhanced alternative beverage, but some consumers compared it to a portable lava lamp.
I mean, that's not wrong.
Okay, so would you like to know more?
Sure.
Okay. The small balls floated due to their nearly equal density to the surrounding liquid and remained suspended with assistance from an ingredient known as Gellan gum. So it's Gellan. The Gellan gum, do you think that's Gellan or Gellan? Gellan.
I'd say Gellin. It's probably fine.
The Gellan gum provided a support matrix, something like a microscopic spiderweb, and had a visual clarity approaching that of water, which increased with the addition of sugar. The visual, okay. The Gellan gum created a very weak yield stress that, okay, this is science now. The Gellan gum created a very weak yield stress, which has been measured at approximately 0.04 PA. The product's website was bought. Oh, I'm sorry. The product's website was bought by the internet-based travel agency named Orbitz. So
Oh, it was actually, like, their website was bought by Orbitz.
they had a website. Yeah,
Is that what that said?
yeah, that's what it said. I didn't think that, like, I guess they had a website in '97. I wonder what it looked like. Unopened bottles of the beverage have become a collector's item, appearing on online auction websites. In July 2013, Clearly Canadian stated that it was considering producing a limited run of new products to satisfy nostalgia demand, with the possibility of annual issues thereafter based on consumer reception of the initial batch. In 2015, Orbitz was launched and available in the US.
What?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
I know. What's up? So the flavors upon introduction were raspberry, citrus, blueberry, melon, strawberry, banana, pineapple, or pineapple banana, cherry coconut, orange vanilla, and the company later added black currant berry. So there was a new one in 2000. That's weird. But there's no more information on here. Like, that's a really short Wikipedia article. Like,
Yeah.
there should be, like, you know,
No problem.
media references and all kinds of stuff like that.
Maybe it disappeared so fast that there, like, really wasn't any reference. Like, nobody made a reference.
Hi, Scott. Tishua Scott?
The mighty Mercules.
Scott, have you ever drank Orbits? Is anyone else watching us? Let us know as well. Oh, shit.
There's a boss monster.
Let me guess. That's a foul.
Oh, this is.
Busy carving out new tunnels.
Making roads where roads ain't
That's
meant to
cool.
go, huh? Yeah, kinda sounds like
I don't
us.
know. I don't remember if it was worth it or not to drink. I just remember it as a 90s thing. So,
Yeah, I don't.
I thought it was carbonated. Like, see, I can't even remember what it tasted like. Okay, so what?
So it was a not. We were reading an article about it a moment ago, Scott. There was a not carbonated beverage alternative that had like little floating edible balls in it. They were about the same density as like the water around it. So as a result, they could just be like
Suspended.
they
in
would
liquid.
just stay like suspended and floating, like even on a shelf.
Yeah, it looked really weird. Oh, it's my turn for the controller. Little pup. Little pup. Get off of the...
I don't think I fought 2 battles. I think this is my second battle.
Yeah.
I'm probably wrong. Oh, now he remembers it.
Ah. I too remember Sam's Club fondly.
Yeah, I don't remember if I had one from Sam's Club or somewhere else, but I do know that, like, I may have drank maybe 2 or 3 of them total.
Yeah. It's okay. We're just judging you really harshly for not being able to type. I mean, you have so much education.
It's nice. If he types enough, then, you know, enough correcting himself, and Moobot will show up.
Oh, Moobot.
Moobot is the chat bot that we run that, like, pops in and is like, hey, you should suggest games to us, and...
Love us. Love us forever. You know, I have a lot of codes from Humble Bundle that I'm not going to use. We could give them to people.
I mean, these are all neat ideas.
Yeah.
Of, like, ways to promote the channel, but, like, people have to sign in and watch.
Oh, well.
I mean, I can believe that, Scott, because I have seen doctors' handwritings.
That's true. Oh, I should be satisfying since I... we'll do that for a little bit. Make them slow. Does she do things, or
I
does
also
she just...
think we have not technically done a, I think we've not technically Libra'd that guy.
Oh, really?
Because he's killed us.
And you dodged the last one because you're... Ooh, I need to switch. No! No!
No.
No.
Alright, take the tiny pup.
Why did you take the little pup?
I didn't. She keeps climbing onto me because she's trying to sneak up on this chicken plate.
She thinks she's... She thinks she's gonna sneak. Like, remember when we had to get Mom's old prescriptions? Oh, from the doctors.
Yep.
Yeah, I think... Honestly, when I think doctors write like that, I think that might be a... I think that might be a, like, obviously all... Like, most of the prescriptions are printed out nowadays, but I think that that's something they learn how to do so you can't, like, steal their pad and write your own prescriptions.
Alright, that's Libra, cost balance. He's going to do this.
No hesitation.
That doesn't do anything. Well, maybe it does. He's issuing orders.
Or is it ruthless is what we want?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot of paperwork to sign. Ooh, shit.
Time for another approach.
You could die. Oh my god, this is why nobody watches us.
And so it ends.
Yeah, and these dudes are like blocking that exit.
Oh.
But can we be sneaky? Is there another way to go?
I mean, it's
I know
a
it's an
robot.
option.
We can't... Stabbing doesn't always work with robots.
I was gonna say I have like a collapsible sword. I was definitely trying to stab it in the face, but its face is kind of made of metal. You know what, Scott? You're right. Or maybe you aren't. Hold on. Can I jump to this? Yes. Okay.
You gotta stop skipping the monsters. We have to level up. You gotta do it. We can do this one. We just have to do it right. Maybe. But what if, like, the face is just decorative? Like, if I was gonna build a robot to fight for me, I would definitely give it a face. Like, that, with, like, nothing up underneath it.
You'd pull, like, the Batman trick.
Is it the Batman trick?
So, famously, at some point, he explains that the reason why, like, the logo in the center of his chest is yellow on some of his outfits is because that's, like, where the Kevlar is concentrated the most.
Yeah.
So it makes people shoot at where he's heavily armored.
Ah.
And then people basically went and inferred from that. They're like, huh, that's really interesting. It's really interesting how you have a big spot of yellow on your chest to get people to shoot there as a distraction technique.
Yeah.
So, is that why Robin is bright red, bright yellow, and bright green?
His whole outfit is bulletproof. And yes, I mean, obviously, I would make all kinds of different robots. Some of them would have beards, and some of them would be, you know, ladies. It would be all kinds of different robots.
I wanted to make robots, but I was pretty sure that if I kept chasing down that, I was just going to make, like, U-scan machines.
Probably. That's right, you originally were going to major in robotics.
Yep. I did like at some point somebody's response of, that sounds like you. I will know that you have succeeded when I find out that the first law of robotics is just don't harm Brian Harkless.
Alright, give me the controller now. You got two. You got two.
I
It's
didn't
my
actually
turn.
get two.
Yeah, it's my
but
turn.
I'm doing something else. Hold on.
I don't care.
I'm trying to
if
go
it's
back.
fighting something.
I'm trying to go back and upgrade our weapons.
Okay, Aura Ace.
Where is there a safe spot?
Okay, Aura Ace. When she goes to use this, you know, there are
She is putting down the proletariat.
There is some argument about that. When I worked at Giant, I was like the U-scan person at the supermarket, and it was still like a lot of work. And sometimes people would still want me to bag their groceries, but I can see that there's like some argument that you should probably just use the cashiers. I don't know. Seize the scanning machines.
Seize the means of transaction.
There we go.
I'm reasonably proud of that one.
That was pretty good. I think you should put that on a shirt or something. Oh my gosh, nobody wants to watch you upgrade weapons.
Scott tuned in because I promised him I'd upgrade weapons.
He said, I've never seen you upgrade so many weapons.
He was like, I don't know, I might have some stuff to do. And I was like, I promise I'll upgrade some weapons. He's like, all right, I'm signing in. See? Exactly. He doesn't even have a dog in this fight. He's got a cat. 1 hour and 1 second. That is quite a specific timestamp.
Yeah. Maybe it does it at a minute, but it's a little slow. Or it's at an hour. It's a little slow. Little pup, you gotta
so we
stop
got
getting
that up to
down.
21.
You're just gonna get back up.
Power circle up to... Alright, so that I can do... Okay,
Teach
that's
also
not a lot.
likes upgrading things. That's... I think cats mostly like destroying things. It's like, what's the opposite of downgrading?
Well, I mean, how do you get somebody to you know, upgrade and downgrade some things? You
Save.
hold on, I'm not done yet. Gonna be honest, that thing is gooey in a way I am not the most into.
What's that?
I have so little money after beating so many things.
That's because, like, robots don't carry money.
Yes, but that is logic that we only deal with in this game. Don't fall, Tiny Pup. She's like, I'm so close.
Oh, so the cat is staring at us. Does he see the little pup?
No, the little pup's like right below the screen.
He was on you, and she was on you for a second. I think that Teach would have a really good time with the little pup. The little pup loves fucking with fucking with cats. Like,
You're gonna get in trouble, Tiny Pup.
only one of our cats is cool with it. But we're not actually sure.
Alright. What? Tiny Pup? Yeah, he's got a point. So robots don't get paid, Heather?
Well-
They should seize the means of production. Except the means of production is them, so... Alright, let's dodge this, because... No!
Oh shit, I forgot to bring the meat home again today. It's silly.
Alright. Let's use our award-winning strategy of...
Not dying.
Please blow up further away, Snow.
You gotta change it so that they're Ravagers so they run away a little further. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah, I might die here. Let's find out.
Oh my gosh. Ah!
We made it.
You made it? Alright, alright. Get some heals. Thank you. But you're still gonna die because he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
Yep, that was
you're
shitty.
right. I should have left them on,
Leave them on Relentless Assault for a few minutes, but
Yeah,
give it
here-
to me. Or for a few.
You can try that.
I don't know, I've never done it. You keep taking this from me and acting like you get to play. Like it's your turn. Because Relentless
Look,
Assault.
he told me to get some harder metal, so I went and upgraded our weapons.
You rubbed ooze all over them.
I only put a little bit of ooze on them. Mostly I actually gave them, like, robot parts.
Can you guys just back up a little bit?
Now, swap your paradigm now.
Which one?
Combat Clinic.
New strategy.
I think you took too long.
No! They were like so close. I was trying to get them to run away further.
He did. He ran, like, all the way into them, and then you're like, wait, which one do I go to? Oh, no. Weird. I like that everybody involved in right now is just so mean. Like, I do that because you do that to me when I'm playing video games you're not even watching.
Yeah.
They're like, God, you sound mad over there, Brian. Why don't you try getting good at this?
Why don't you get good?
But then, literally, Scott's response is, try not dying.
No, don't avoid them. We need to fight them because we have to get good.
I was avoiding the 2 super hard fights and then coming and picking a fight with this guy.
I don't know if he appreciates you saying that he's not a hard fight. Robot sex work. When were we talking about that?
I don't know. I mean, I think they are the means of production because they're the things that produce things.
Do they? I think they mostly...
Like, this isn't some Karl Marx, like, hey, we should go steal all the hammers. Oh, ooze and hard parts. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Be ready for the next
I was like, you know how I upgrade... You know how I upgrade this guy? By the way, Scott, something I'd like to point out to you, because it's one of Heather and my favorite things to notice about this series.
You can go ahead and play. I'm gonna...
Is, the fact that... So, I'm standing here, and I'm like this. That is what my character looks like, and when I go into battle, I reach down, and I pull out my weapon, which is in that, like, sling there. So you notice what weapons appear, and, you know, they're suddenly in the hands. So, Snow here, his gloves don't change when you re-equip him with new stuff. The applique on the back of his jacket, which is not there right now, changes. So Snow's weapon is the applique on the back of his duster. Like that.
He's really into sewing. You can't judge him.
Hey man, he's the fastest in the West. It's so fine of tailoring that, like, it gives him more power to punch. Tiny pup, you are not good. I'm not built to climb like she is.
Go put her on the floor.
Get down.
I'm
You gotta
doing
get
arts
down.
and crafts now. I was getting stressed out, so I have to do small, repetitive motions. Make friendship bracelets like I'm a 12-year-old.
Well, the clothes at least protect the man from darkness. Like, the best way to go deep into the realm of darkness is to put on plaid. Huh?
Oh, you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Well, he said he's played Kingdom Hearts. Clothes make the man.
Oh.
He's right. You know, you'll be running around and then suddenly you're like, hold on, let me change my entire outfit. Great, now I'm white, so I can be in limit mode.
And then you turn into a boat?
And then you turn into a boat if you push triangle at the right moment. Or you can also press triangle to Sora. Like in my head, the reason you've been accused of being a warlock while wearing plaid is just because of your research skills. Like, you just happen to be wearing a plaid shirt, but you turned up some ProQuest papers that people were having trouble finding. I mean, you also have done a lot of reading on medieval necromancy, so quite frankly, like, you might be able to pass the
Warlock test?
GCSEs, I think it's called. It's the real world version of the owls.
Is it ever gonna stop?
No, Vanille, because when it stops, when we finish this game, when we finish Final Fantasy 13, there's Final Fantasy 13-2.
What?
And then Final Fantasy 13-3, Whereas it's actually listed Lightning Returns. Like, they didn't just call it Final Fantasy III Lightning Returns, it's Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 or something like that.
So she has to go somewhere before she can return. That's like spoilers.
That's true. Now we know she went somewhere. She's
and then
like,
she comes back.
She's like, hey, Sarah, I'm just going to go to the store for some smokes. And Sarah's like, I'll look forward to when you get back. And she's like, yeah, you do that.
When I get back, it's a thing that's going to happen. After you've played 200 hours. Maybe it would be less annoying if we had the dog, like if we actually kept the dog on our lap instead of kicking her out. So now she's over there fucking with the big dog.
She has tried in the past. She was not terribly good at it.
She's not really all that good at many things.
She's really good at jumping.
That's true. She can jump.
Like when I say really good at jumping, Scott, sometimes she will jump from behind me. And if my eyes were a camera, she like enters frame at such a level or at such a like angle that literally she's jumped hard enough that she just looks like she was thrown in front of me. And like, as much as that sounds like I'm kind of half joking, ha ha ha, that's silly, the moments where I've then like seen Heather up, like dog comes in this way, and then I've looked and seen Heather there, and my head went, no, Heather's in front of me, she can't be the one who just threw that dog.
Who threw that dog?
Scott says, Heza, stop throwing the dog.
What I do? She's so small, though. Like, it's really easy to do.
Scott, not to be the like, comment, and subscribe guy, but if you hit the follower button, I think I have a thing set up that should like pop up an alert if you hit the, I think that's the heart up top or something like that.
Yeah, hit the follow button, Scott. Hit the follow button if you are enjoying our content and it has value to you.
Plus, then you get on the thing as most recent follower.
Yeah, your name will
if
be up
all
there.
of that works. I had Luke donate $1 to me at some point. I just asked him to do it just to test to see if that worked. So that at least was working last I checked.
Yeah, and then you sent him the $1 back, and I think at the end of the day, he got like 35 cents back after fees.
Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell. We'd also really appreciate it if you signed on to our Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon, but if you email or if you tweet at Prof Kami, I promise I'll tell you how you get. So it shows me that you followed me. Let's see if the update's up on the screen thing.
Keep playing, Brian.
I'm going to. I'm trying to.
We're not here to teach your brother how to use
thing up.
Twitch.
True, but some part of me is watching it just to see if it actually works, because I'm going to be slightly annoyed if that's failing.
Well, you fucked around with the code too much. As a professional developer, you should know the first rule of programming is that if you fuck up the code a lot, or fuck around with the code a lot, it's going to get messed up.
Now. I believe we have a very succinct way to explain that. Ah, there we go. It popped up.
Oh, it's a corgi! Hey, thanks for the follow, Mighty Mercules.
The Mighty Mercules actually reminds me, I'm sure that it's a different reference, but I was talking with, some friends, partially because Corey has to rewrite Space Jammer, because he lost the files. I was telling them about our, the game we were playing where Heather was the soft light hologram, and I was the Klingon Dahar Master, and I think Luke was one of the lizard men. And basically the only people willing to help your merman was Heather and Amy, who were both completely intangible and therefore could not help you. Meanwhile, the cops walked in. They're like, "Anyway, we're closing down the diner because of this incident." And Luke and I were just like, "All right." So we walk over to Luke's ship and start getting drunk there as I continue to tell him stories he barely understands.
Space Jammer's a really fun game. Corey should really throw that towards a publisher or something.
Or at least self-publish it.
Yeah, I mean, he'll need an editor, but I guess he does have a brother who has
He has Scott.
lots of education.
Scott and you both have a lot of experience with
I could put his game in APA format. How's that? And then we could argue about how to write the word data, or whether it's plural or not.
Yeah, Scott, you probably have an opinion on this. Is it data is or data are?
It's datas. I think that's agreeing with me. I can't tell though.
If you believe in data is, then I guess that is.
Yeah.
Although it's not really, because that's not apostrophe S.
Well, apparently the APA disagrees, and we talk about data. But I think what you said was that in their article, that they said that you're more likely to say data sets as opposed to data in the APA paper. So, for those of you who are watching who do not know, the APA is the American Psychological Association.
Yeah.
And they tell college students how to write papers.
The American Association for Shrinks.
Because when you publish a paper, it's not necessarily an APA format. It really depends on how he's feeling that day. That makes sense.
Yep.
I just think that, words can change. They're not necessary just because it's the plural of the word datum. Doesn't mean
don't believe language has changed since Latin.
You don't believe it's changed at all?
Yeah, I refuse to believe.
Okay. Yeah.
Just the other day I was speaking Latin.
Oh, little pup is pumping the big pup.
You were like, should I take care of this thing out here? And I was like, fuck!
Well, that wasn't
And
scary
then
at all.
I called the exorcist because I was concerned.
You were like, don't swear in my house. And I was like, no, fuck. Fuckere.
Oh.
It's the fuck is the command form of the Latin verb for to do.
Ah. Do you remember when our president posted that tweet? Am I allowed to talk about politics on here, by the way? I forgot.
No, this is about games. Let's keep this clear of politics.
Okay, but can I talk about Twitter typos?
That's probably true.
Okay, one time the president of the United States, Donald Trump, posted a tweet where I think he was fat fingering it or something, and it said Kofifi or Kofifi.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing about it, and it was just funny because, he has a lot of followers, and it would have been funny if anyone had done it, who has a lot of followers?
Ashton Kutcher.
If Ashton Kutcher had done it, it would also have been fun to do. But my favorite meme that came out of that was, that Roxanne showed me. It was someone took it and put it on one of those conjugation tables, it was Govifo, Covife, Covivas, Cofifamos. Like it was.
That probably annoyed.
What's that?
That probably annoyed him,
Yes, it
since there was a Spanish conjugation table.
it was.
Every time I think of like conjugation tables, I don't know why, but I really associate them with Latin
Yeah.
because they are ridiculous in Latin.
Well, there's more of that, isn't there? There's more.
Yeah, it's like for every word, it's like okay, this is the conjugation for like, you know, first person, second person, third person, and then it's like genitive of the whole.
What does that mean?
So a genitive is
Never mind.
yeah, a genitive is something you can't whip out in public or you'll embarrass yourself and your mother.
And you might get arrested.
And you might get arrested. No, the genitive is a verb that like belongs to a larger set.
Ah.
Like was it Valley of the Wind or something like that? Scott, Ricola is a cough drop.
So there's more than just like I, you, they, whatever.
But yeah, you can have a woman pick olives, Scott.
That's how they grow in present day Italy, right?
Go punch snow.
You know, if we get another follower tonight, I can give them this friendship bracelet that I'm making. So you should like and share, Scott, so that we can get other followers, so that they can have this friendship bracelet that I'm making.
Man, it seems like a lot less work to just like make accounts for cash and stuff like that.
This friendship bracelet here that I've been working on all day long. I don't know how long it's going to end up being, so it may not fit anybody's wrist.
It may be a friendship belt by the time you finish.
No, these started out at like... I mean, it takes a lot of applause, but look at this. It's so beautiful. I watch a lot of jewelry television, so I know how to pose with these. I was actually looking up patterns for these things.
Some of my friend who's also a horse occasionally.
Oh, your friend! Your horse friend! He'll be a horse again soon.
Cut us a path.
But for a limited time, our next follower will get this friendship bracelet that I will ship anywhere in the United States, or possibly Canada.
Do a Libra scope? Yeah, let's do a Libra scope.
Or I could ship it to a armed forces mailbox that's like the same thing.
But I won't ship it to France.
I mean, that's gonna be really expensive. I could, like,
We do this together.
teach them how to make these if they live in France. France is where you get all of the really good embroidery cloths from, so, you know, they have lots of supplies for that.
There's actually a type of, stream you can do.
Yeah.
Just, like, set it on art or just chatting and just be like, learn to make friendship bracelets.
Learn to make friendship bracelets in case you were not a 12-year-old girl at some point. Then you don't know how to do that. Oh, shit. Did I fuck this up?
The storm is here.
I actually don't even know where I learned how to make these. Like, it's one of those things, like, everybody knew how to make that S thing. You
The
know?
cool S.
The
Until
cool
next
S,
time.
yeah. Everybody knows the cool S. But like I can't even like point out where like who taught me how to do this one, because this one is a little bit more complex than just like the Chinese staircase.
Thanks.
Butts?
Stop punching me.
What does butts mean?
Back off!
Thank you.
It'll be okay.
There we go. We're just gonna slowly pick at this guy while Snow stands over there and gets punched.
Scott is keeping secret butts from us, Brian.
Secret butts.
Yeah.
I gotta get you we gotta get another one of these microphones.
Why? Everybody can hear me.
Sometimes, and then sometimes you look down at the friendship bracelet.
It's magic. It's a friendship is magic bracelet.
Wait. They stopped fighting him and came over to kill me.
Because he died. He was dead.
No, he was fine.
Brian, change the title of the stream to Friendship Bracelet Giveaway.
I'm not changing it to...
I mean, with our viewership, I could probably offer friendship bracelets to multiple people.
I just think it's rude that you're like, I'm gonna do this this giveaway now that now that Scott's already followed us. He's our only viewer and he doesn't qualify for it.
That's the secret.
No, the secret is where you do some nonsense.
What nonsense?
I think you tell the universe a thing you want, and then it's supposed to just like kind of come there because you think it is.
Me? Specifically?
Not you specifically, the person trying to use the secret.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed the friendship bracelet promotion. But, you know where I live. You could always come and I can give you a friendship bracelet at some point, so.
See, now, Scott, what I really need your help with on this is I need you to help me shame Heather into finishing our logo.
I did finish the logo. I did everything I was going to do on the logo.
You were gonna, the white anti-space.
I was going to do that after you applied the gradient.
That makes no sense. The gradient's the last step because it'll be really hard to do the white space gradient with like the yellow sections.
Well, then why does it need white space on the yellow if nobody can see it?
Because you'll be able to see some of it. It more needs it like up where it's going to be like dark red.
Can you please tell Brian that he does not know anything about art?
Scott says shame, rings a bell, shame.
Butts.
Rings a bell. Shame. I think he's making a reference, Heather, but I haven't watched Game of Thrones since Sansa married that guy.
Yeah, I mean, that was... I think that was, like, shortly after that. You've seen the references.
I know I have.
I was gonna say. I could probably go back and watch Game of Thrones.
I probably could.
I don't want to be like a book hipster, but it like really bothered me that it wouldn't be on the book. So I can't.
Heather, sometimes that's really a good thing.
Yeah.
Like the original Full Metal Alchemist was amazing.
Well, that's true. But it wouldn't be on the book.
Thanks.
Like before. It's really annoying. Like it ruined it. And it can't even be that much of a hipster because I didn't read the book read any of the books until after the show came out. Because Ben told me to.
I refuse to read the books. Partially because Ben told me to.
Well, Ben...
No, I just refuse to read the books because it's one of those, like the big twist at the end of season 1. Imagine that you know that's coming. And so all, like, Game of Thrones, the first book for me, is just going to be like, oh, look at this extra information about Robert's Rebellion and...
Another noble house that I don't care about.
Yeah, Scott, I know. You also read, like, cookbooks and...
Books. Probably read a book about making friendship bracelets.
I've seen what you had on your bookshelves in your room. But yeah, from what I understand, it's like, hey, what if you were reading the Lord of the Rings, but the Lord of the Rings was also combined with the Silmarillion? And, like, the exciting stuff, you already knew the exciting plot points, so now you're just getting into the, like... And then Morgoth was also known as this guy. So, amusingly, Scott had the exact opposite problem of that's why he didn't get as into the show as...
What's
is
that?
like, the reason I won't read the books. Is because he's like, yeah, but I already know what's gonna happen.
And that's the same. I mean, but you don't anymore because, you know, the last book, and it doesn't matter. It's been long enough. We can talk about what happens in Game of Thrones. So, warning: if you have not watched Game of Thrones and you are currently, or you're, you know,
And
going
you're
to
currently
watching
Scott.
it, and you're Scott.
That's literally it.
Well, he's read the books though, right?
Yeah, but we've got 2 viewers, but I always assume that one of those viewers is...
Ooh.
Oh, no, we do have somebody else.
Hey there. Who is that? Blue
Blue
Stripe?
Star Iris.
Oh.
Blue Star Iris.
Blue Star Iris. Hi. Thanks for following us. I guess
Now you owe Blue Star Iris a
I
friendship
do.
bracelet.
If they give me their address, I will ship them this friendship bracelet as long as they live within the U.S. or Canada. So I'm true to my word. Scott has indeed read books on bracelets.
Of course he has. He's read all the books.
There are some really complicated patterns for like friendship bracelets that use like 12 strands. Okay, I guess I should probably play the game and stop making arts and crafts. Aren't they gonna combine now?
I don't think so. I tend to be able to kill them before that happens. So I should probably go to
Time
this.
for another approach.
That's not the one I wanted.
Medieval beadwork, was it like on clothing, like beading sort of embroidery stuff, or?
Like embroidery that would give you more power in your punches.
Because you're snow? Do you have a drink over there, Brian? Okay, yeah, you got your tea. I was going to get a drink, but first I want to do a fight.
No problem.
Scott, tell me what colors you want, and I'll make you a friendship bracelet. Just let me know at some point. You can have like as many colors as you want.
Yeah, Heather didn't get to go. She forgot to sign up in time for the
Did he go to the embroidery event?
for like an embroidery event in our area.
It's actually in Ethelmark, but it's like an hour from here, an hour west. Am I going the right way?
Probably, but you probably get killed again. Oh no, there you go. I've been running back and forth fighting like 3 different people because that big thing keeps kicking our butt. But there's an embroidery event there. She went last year, but this year,
Oh shit! It's not doing any damage to that dude. I need to leave
you'll
her.
you'll just shatter him eventually.
Should I keep hitting him?
Yeah, just keep hitting him.
I need to.
So you look at your
Time for another
percentage
approach.
gaze.
Well, I need to do a diversities.
Thanks.
You're a lot more cautious with healing than I am.
I know, I am, and that's fine. Okay, I will make you a green bracelet, Scott. I will also need your wrist measurement.
Frickin' big.
I need it down to the exact millimeter.
Freaking big, 0.2 millimeters.
Kind of a boring fight, to be honest.
Let's swap back to Relentless Assault so it ends
Oh, that's
faster.
why it's... Okay, I'm being dumb. That's why. What's your wrist size, Brian?
9 inches.
That's not right. That's
What?
Not no, well, that's not a really good way to measure it with that, because that's not a good, like, a fabric one.
No, but does that like tie to an exact length or?
No,
do...
I was mostly being silly about needing an exact measurement. I was being silly. I can just make it, like, big. Did I go the right way now?
I mean, yes, but that thing's probably gonna kill us again.
This thing?
Yeah, you'll have to do Libra on it immediately.
Do I have any of these things? What does this do?
That would restore your TP, but you already have enough TP.
I've got lots of TP.
Yep. You do not need any TP for your bunghole. Talk about 90s references.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to leave it. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Ah, rubbish.
No, it's not what I wanted to do. Fuck.
You should probably go to like combat clinic or something.
Yeah, it's too late. I'm not playing anymore.
And so it ends.
Hold on.
I'm done.
I know, but I've got to rewrap my wire because I was. Just don't fight that guy yet.
No, I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. I hate this game.
Don't be.
This is why.
Don't lie. You love this game.
I do. I do love this game. It's true.
Like generally, Heather treats me as her personal let's player.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heather. What if you're the destined hero?
Oh shit. Not likely. My hair is not cool enough.
Your hair has been like purple and like green occasionally.
That's true. It's been a while.
Yeah, we should do that again.
Yeah. Then I can be your waifu.
Now you probably have more interesting hair colors than my waifus.
That's right. Tifa is your number one waifu.
She really is. Like with my recent like replaying Final Fantasy VII, I've almost fallen in love again.
Are you gonna leave me?
For
For Tifa.
polygonal character from the 90s? No, not really.
Oh, that's good. Puppy, what are you doing?
Yeah, Heather. Scott says you should spike your hairs.
All of them?
Several of them.
Several of my hair? Okay, I will do that. I can do a mohawk.
You get like a real dumb Terranort thing going on.
What does that look like?
So, think mullet, but with spikes instead of short. So spiky in the front, party in the back.
That's weird. Spiky in the back?
No, spiky in the front.
Oh. What are these? It's like such stupid hair in Kingdom Hearts. Brian, play the game.
Well, like it was originally like it was okay. It was just like a little bit anime-ish. But like by the time you get to Terranort, you're like 9 games in, and they kind of ran out of ways to shape hair, I think.
Oh yeah, that's really dumb.
Hey, here, let me see if I can get this to the camera for you, Scott. Like, we'd already crossed through, like, Axel with the biggest spiky anime boy hair, and...
Ow. Help up. Alright, give me the thing. I can play.
Here you go.
You dated people. Oh my god.
Hey, man. I can see that. He's real loyal to his friends in a way that's really endearing. Got it memorized?
Is that a thing he says?
All the time.
Oh. Which way am I going? This way?
Yeah, the long, curvy hallway.
Okay. That was a very difficult puzzle.
One of the biggest problems with Axel is, like, they send new clothes for him and Kyrie, and you don't see him in the new outfit until the epilogue of the game. Like, you have to beat the final boss, but up until then he's like,
No, I really like these robes.
hey, my name is Lee, but call me Axel anyway. And you're like, but you're not Axel, that was your nobody.
You're giving away,
That's,
spoilers.
no, it's not.
It's not a spoiler?
Like, the biggest spoiler I just gave away is the fact that, like,
He's in the game.
no, that, like, anything from the epilogue. Not because it's a big spoiler, but because that's where, like, all the plot is in, like, the last hour of the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see, even Scott agrees. He's like, yeah, all the fucking time. Yeah, like, I mean, definitely there's some part of me that's like, oh man, if I had been, you know, the right weight to fit a Hot Topic Organization 13, you know, cloak. It's like the easiest cosplay to obtain ever.
Which one are you? Which Organization 13 member are you?
I'm gonna be the Master of Masters, so I don't ever have to take down the hood and, like, put on a stupid wig.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, the problem is if you cosplay.
No, you still have another
that's right.
fight.
If you cosplay characters like that, the other cosplayer fangirls and boys are gonna want you to galley with them. So.
Well, that's the good news. Is the Master of Masters is so, like, out of touch with everybody. I don't think there's been a lot of pairings with him because he's just kind of there.
No shipping. Was this the way? No,
Like,
I'm going the wrong way
There's
again.
so many other things for shipping in that series.
Okay, which way am I going?
Like-
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, maybe not that way. That's gonna take you up to fight the guy who keeps killing us.
Okay,
So
this way
I
is
go
it?
back the other direction and keep grinding a little bit.
Oh, so we're grinding.
Yeah, a little bit. At least Scott's here to chat with us this time.
Did you tell them that Harry Dresden is not a real person? Like, you're like, I'm not Harry Dresden because he doesn't exist. That's what I want to discuss.
I mean, he might have a sweet ass, but the biggest problem is that... So, like, Kingdom Hearts is such a weird series. But you got towards the end of it. You saw
leaned
that
into
stuff
it.
that happened where the one guy's like, hey, need a hand? The, like, curly gray-haired boy? Which is basically the moment where it's like, oh no, Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, the little tiny mobile game, super integral to the story.
It's true. Was your name on the screen, Brian?
No,
You didn't win?
I can get into, like, the top 17,000 people of the game when I'm, like, trying to do the PvP on the Coliseum or something.
Yeah.
But I am nowhere near the top 300, which were on the screen.
At the exact time that they programmed that section of the game.
There was, like, a thing. No, I wouldn't.
Why? I fought these before.
Okay, well, they were kind of difficult to fight. I guess if you're getting a preemptive strike on them, you're fine.
I poked him in the butt.
I was worried you'd have to do Quake to get any damage on them.
Why? I can quake all day. Look at me quaking.
Quake is like a bunch of TP. I'm just trying to break your footrest.
Keep the enemy off balance.
But it's like I was streaming that game, and I think I might have put down the controller for a moment to be like, oh my god. Like that gray-haired boy who shows up. Like Scott or Heather was playing Union Cross with me, and like stopped playing at like level 100. The plot for that game where the gray-haired boy shows up is somewhere around like level 400, like mission 400 of the game. And since you need to like, no, definitely don't do that. And since you need like, don't. I wouldn't even sneak by them. I'd just go back the other direction.
We're gonna run out of monsters to fight.
No, they keep respawning. Like, I didn't even go far enough to fight this guy. Yeah, and because it's a game that, like, it follows the gacha rules, the gashapon style game rules, where, like, you do a random draw with a currency that you acquire slowly. Like, getting to level 400 is a significant undertaking, and that's where the plot starts.
I mean, it starts a little bit.
They released a bundle of missions after Kingdom Hearts 3 came out that, like, kind of explain how Maleficent knows about the black box she's hunting for the entire game. Or they start to explain that, and maybe start to draw some other... And it's referenced in the secret reports that are in Kingdom Hearts 3. One of them references her learning about this stuff, and it's like, oh my god, it's so tied in that, like, they're referencing stuff they hadn't released yet.
You can get all of the good stuff out of that game for free. It's actually pretty free-to-play friendly, I think.
Yeah, and it's like, if you have a little bit of time, I think it's like exactly the... Yeah, well, with the exception of that stuff from Kingdom Hearts, from Union Cross, because they didn't think it was going to be important enough, that, I know I sent at some point the brief summary of, or a good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts by Barry Kramer. Who's been kind enough to actually, like, my cover art for that game comes out of one of his streams. He was nice enough to let me use it. But, it does a really good job, like, explaining the series, because there's a lot of games I didn't play. But it kind of covers the important parts without getting too nitty-gritty.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I've literally gone on his stream and, like, yelled at him because sitting down and watching some of his art streams inspired me enough to, or, like, made me want to do stuff enough that, like, all of the covers I've done... hold on. You'll maybe not have seen most of them, so that take a quick, brief show and tell. So... we have this one, which is my cover for the Final Fantasy XIII streams. So hopefully we'll eventually go through the whole trilogy. My Xbox Gamer Score cover. My cover for Final Fantasy VII as a stream.
Do you have Heather tilted up there?
And my Kingdom Hearts cover. This is actually from the original stream that he made the good enough from. I don't know if I have that loaded up. I don't think I do. But I can access it.
You don't have to. Don't worry about it.
It'll take me 2 seconds to get it up, or else I wouldn't. It's image. That's what the button I need. Add new source. Now I just need to tell it where to get the image, which is... And then this is one I made for, like, if Heather ever wants to stream Magic the Gathering. Alright, enough horsing around with that. But yeah, that all comes from just, like, watching his art streams and learning tricks of using Photoshop from him. And the fact that, like, as a job perk, I have free access to the
Adobe Creative Cloud.
to the Adobe Creative Cloud stuff.
I feel like you're supposed to be using that for work stuff, though. Like,
No, because it has, like, the instructions for installing it on your home computer.
yeah. It's a hell of a perk, because it's kind of expensive, isn't it? It's like 30 some a month.
I think it's only $10 a month.
I thought it was like 30.
And they probably get some sort of break as, because, like, they're still, like, Park College.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see where we are in the Custarium. This will be exciting. We got 32,000 points to spend. Let's see if we can get 2 inches. Let's see what we got here. Another accessory, which might be useful, but I'm going to try and get to the...
It's cool
Next
because
level.
you couldn't wear 2 bracelets before, but now you can wear 2 bracelets.
We're just barely, like, looking at as if we're going to try and get to the roll level.
On Ravager?
Yeah, on Ravager.
Oh,
Alright, what does she got? She's the Saboteur we were pushing.
Ooh, what's the other one?
We learned Pain and Fog.
Okay.
So disable spellcasting abilities and disable physical abilities.
Ooh. All of them? Just like forever?
They'll probably wear off eventually.
That's good.
So we had his Sentinel that we were getting him caught up on. Now we got another segment to work with. Maybe we can make roll level with him. Ah, yes.
Is he the best sentinel in the
Now
world?
we're back. Fill him. But he's like the only character who's gotten to a level 4.
Does he have 5 attacks now?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I think he got that just before, so...
It's because he's the only one that we've only done one roll for. Like, we didn't care about the other
Yeah,
one.
we've split him up to Commando. Like, his Commando's level 3.
Oh, okay. Such a beautiful friendship bracelet. Alright, if we get another follower, I will make them a friendship bracelet with the colors that I choose. They just have to give me their address and I'll ship it to them anywhere in the US or Canada. So one more follower, Scott. Make sure you share on your Twitter. Tell them there's a little dog. I should make a cat with a friendship bracelet? Ooh, okay, I'm sorry.
Don't forget to Luke, Corey, and Sabine.
What's that?
And ring that bob.
What? Oh, you're just listing people we know?
I said them all, but I kind of went... Like, my entire point was to hit hit first sound and syllable count for like, comment, and subscribe.
Gotcha. Luke, Corey, and Sabine. That's not a real name, by the way.
Sabine?
Yeah.
I've always suspected there was some weeaboo nonsense.
No. I think that's her name. I think it's French.
And considering her daughter, is it...
Ryan, we don't want to talk about people we know on the stream unless they're here.
Oh, I'm not talking nonsense. I'm not, like, making fun of them.
Her real name is Todd.
And I'm Javert.
Well, you know that Javert is French for Todd, right?
What?
You remember, like, on Reddit, they had, like, the Javert Your Eyes meme for a while? Like, I think it was, like, one day, but it took over, like, the entirety of Reddit.
I remember that, like, there was the whole, like, Javert looking through, like, the little tiny window next to the door was a meme for a while.
Yeah, that was called Javert Your Eyes.
Was that?
Yeah. It was funny.
You take that back. I know where you live. Brian is not French.
You're really gonna alienate our viewers, Brian. What if they just got their, like, 23andMe back and found out that they're French?
Then I would say that they are Nick Metz and that their language is atrocious.
Oh my god.
That's really the only dislike I have for the French, is because I took French in high school and I found it a frustrating language. Not because I was bad at it, I was doing well at French, but...
Mm-hmm. No, I know, you're good at language. That's you and I are just way too similar in a lot of ways. Language was also my best subject.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I think I'm good as a programmer, is because it's just learning another language.
Ah. That makes sense. Friendship bracelet promotion on our stream tonight. Everybody gets a friendship bracelet except Scott. Oh, seriously? Like, it actually...
That's apparently what he's claiming on this.
Is it pronounced differently, though? How would you pronounce Brian in French? Is it bruh?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably like bru.
Bruh.
Je m'appelle bru.
Is, like, Brian just, like, a French word? Or did they, like, borrow it from another language
I
to
think
be,
it's.
like,
I
Bubba?
genuinely think Brian's got Celtic origins. Maybe a whole bunch of like Irishmen came over and just ruined it for the French.
Oh, maybe. And they're like, you know, calling him Brian. I get it.
I don't know. Unless she like wrote it down for you, Scott, I'd believe it a little bit more if we're talking like Brian with a Y. That's definitely like a lower class spelling of that name.
You're gonna alienate more of our viewers, Brian.
That's fair. I would like to retract. This is my first apology video as a streamer. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. I am just genuinely sorry that
I know what's coming.
that your parents can't spell.
If there are any Brians with a Y out there, I will actually make you a friendship bracelet, whether you like and subscribe or not.
I will too, but mine's made out of razor wire.
You are such an asshole today.
Please note, I'm not going to send you razor wire. That's like
Pretty expensive.
probably weighs a bit.
Copy. Alright, what time is it?
I don't know.
It's your clock is wrong?
My clock is untrustworthy.
Oh no, it's right.
Oh, it's actually right this time though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, things that you didn't think were a thing, but apparently are, is I have to, at some point, get a hold of and replace the battery on my motherboard, because that's probably the reason that my computer clock does not keep time well. No, not even that, because I keep fiddling with it, so I keep setting it to the current time, and then it keeps not updating. So I'm like, alright, let me just fix this. Alright, now it shows 4:34, that's fine. And then I like do a 3-hour stream, look over and go, wow, 3 or 4 hours, let me take a look. Okay, it still says it's 4:34, so let me fix that again, and then we'll just go past the time where it's actually right.
Alright, can you let the dogs out?
So maybe it's right once a day?
Can you let the dogs out? I'll play.
It is really difficult for me to get out from here.
Whiny, whiny, whiny. I've let you play so much. Just do it once a minute. You should dedicate your entire day to changing or to making sure that clock is correct. It's important for the world.
That's fair. But yeah, at some point I set up and I wrote a script, but apparently if your clock's timer doesn't work inside, like if your computer's timer doesn't work, then telling it to run once a minute doesn't work either.
That's true. Do you want to take a short break while we let the dogs out? That way I don't get like ahead of you and you know don't see what's going on.
Well, I was actually gonna. What I was gonna do is I was gonna do a thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
I mean, I really like it when you do things. So what thing were you gonna do?
I was going to give you the controller, let you play, and basically say it's like, all right, I assigned our Crysterium points. Go take another run against that jerk who keeps killing us.
See, I just don't know where that actually is, though, so...
Well, it's behind you.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes, and you can run.
I'll give away more friendship bracelets while Brian's gone, because he said I'm not allowed to.
I just said it was silly.
Say that to the people who will be happily wearing their friendship bracelets made by Heather.
Yes, but they don't know because they're not here. Granted, last time I said that, we got new followers.
You should probably pick up that stuff that's down there. That Speedy knocked over. What beard? I didn't see any beard. Alright, here's the assholes who keep killing us. I'll probably die. I don't know how to use the Gestalt. Yeah, I still... Okay. Alright, this is Hoplite C. Oh yes, no. He kinda has stubble, and I think he has a little bit of chest hair too. Chest hair is pretty much unheard of. Unless it's like a caricature of something. Alright, we're gonna do some heals now. So, the problem... Oh, shit. The problem with this dude is that, like, he, like, summons more guys, and it's really annoying. And then he tells them to buff themselves. Alright. Oh, this is gonna take me forever. But at least I'm not immediately dead. Alright, we're gonna try sabotaging again, because they've all got... Okay, we're gonna go back to the first stage. And she's dead. She is dead now. Okay, so he told me to use the summon, but I don't really know how to use it.
Odin.
So I'm gonna do that. Alright, Scott, it was nice chatting with you. Come back anytime. Oh, you'll be back later. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Pretty animation that I can't skip. Oh, somebody healed me. Oh, the problem is they're already buffed. I don't know how to use the Gestalt.
We do this together.
Oh, I guess it's doing it now. Odin is turning into a horse. Scott has missed it. My friend has turned into a horse.
Let's ride. Hiya. Trample us.
Am I killing
No
it?
time to wait. Trample 'em. The storm is here.
Alright. Last time I tried this, it didn't actually do anything, like with another fight like a long time
Until
ago.
next time.
Oh, it healed everybody. Still so many of them, and Vanille's not.
Keep a cool head.
Oh, I died. That was really fucking hard. It was really, really hard. But I stayed alive a little bit longer than last time. So that was good. Hey, we got some new viewers. How's it going, everyone? Let us know how you're doing in the chat. I swear it's not just me. I'm not just talking to myself. My husband had to let the dogs out. Alright, I'm gonna go fight something else. And then I'm gonna save with that experience. Gotta go find a different dude to fight. And that's not even a boss fight. It's just really hard. I think that we were supposed to, grind in that last place on Cocoon, and we did not. So, when they told us that place was to make better Fal'Cie or L'Cie or whatever. Did we Libra these? Yeah, they've been Libra'd. So I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy games, and I've noticed that, like, so many of the creatures, they're just the same creature, but they're, like, a different color depending on the location that you're in. So, apparently I asked Brian, and he said that was pretty normal, actually. That's, like, kind of what they do in Final Fantasy games, just recolor all the same people over and over again. Oh, my husband has brought me cheese. What a good day. Okay, you're not talking into the mic, so nobody can hear you. I got further than what he normally got on him, but I did not get very far.
Did you use the Gestalt?
I did use the Gestalt.
Boy, Gestalt.
Walking into the frame made all of our viewers leave. We had 3 viewers just a minute ago. Maybe I was talking too much.
I'm talking so much that Scott got sick.
Did the puppies go outside?
Yeah, they did.
The dog is now humping the cat. We're trying to.
Cat says, no, I'm leaving.
Seriously though, all the viewers just left. It's okay though.
How many were you up to?
3. Knocking everything over, oh my god. You should've brought me a soda, Brian.
I didn't know you were out.
Willful ignorance. Should I push the friendship bracelet promotion again?
I don't think you need to. Alright. Yeah, no. So, in a lot of the games, they're like, oh, we'll just do recolors of these things.
Same monster?
Same monsters. Not all the time, but, you know, definitely some of the time. But 7 just seemed to have, like, gone off a cliff as far as, like, yeah, whatever asset you make, that's now a monster.
I gotta get a soda now, because my husband didn't get me one.
I brought you cheese.
All he got me was cheese.
Don't die, don't die.
Try that on me.
Why are you... Hey, Nick.
Oh, Nick's on.
Yep.
Cool.
It's going pretty well. My brother was here for a while and was very active in chat, so... Right, with some of the... Like, it's always a lot more fun to do the Twitch streaming when chat's actually active.
I mean, the only reason that we do this is because we're social people and we want to play video games with people.
Yeah. And because running trivia as a side job just became too much.
But that was our chance to perform in front of people at a bar.
I think we quit that like at the right time.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to do that trivia job and like being in Arugas and ABC on keto.
Paid pretty damn good though. That money was nice.
Yeah, I've seen some of the like games and stuff like that, and I've thought of them a few times, but the problem with that is it's not a huge point to it until I have enough of an audience to... Like, I think we've hit some record numbers just from this viewing alone, or just from this session alone.
I'm trying to get people to interact by giving them friendship bracelets. But what do you mean, Nick? What can you add to the chat?
There's like games and stuff for people to play with you.
What does that mean? I don't get it. Like trivia games?
Like a chat RPG or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are all these extensions that I have seen. Especially because they, like, there's a lot of that stuff, but I'm always surprised to see, like, I'm always like, oh man, there's a specific extension I'd love to be able to use. Let me see if anybody else has made it. Which is, it wasn't behaving recently, but I had made a script to pull from an API to just grab my,
Give me the controller.
like, grab my gamer score. My current gamer score and keep that displayed.
Did you beat those guys? Brian? No. They're up here, right?
Yeah, I haven't fought them again yet.
Give them a try. It was
Set
a
that.
little bit better this time. You do it. I don't want to.
No, you took the controller.
But every time we die, we lose all of our experience and shit. Did you do the Crystarium? Is it still...
I did not do it since I picked up the controller recently. So if you wanted to hit it,
I don't want to do all this.
I can do it.
Yeah. But if you play, like, copyrighted songs, wouldn't your stream get, like...
So the stuff that you would play as like a built-into Twitch thing, you'd probably be fine. Where you run into most of the problems with that is like the VOD afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're fine usually while you're live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're from, I think you said they're from Pretzel, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe is like DMCA free. They're like songs that are allowed to be streamed.
Mm. Oh, Puppy, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Go away. You didn't need to fall like that, Puppy.
She's very dramatic sometimes.
Yeah. I think we should probably stop playing soon, because I've got stuff I need to do tonight.
Yeah, it's fair. Oh, I had parts of my stream muted automatically because Kingdom Hearts 3 did not put, like, their own songs from inside the game in to be, like, not an auto thing.
Oh, that was a really
So,
clear
like-
sentence.
That is a fair response. No, so, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 was like, hey, you know, you start the game up, and you don't play long before you hit a song that will mute your VOD and get you a content strike on YouTube, and it's just in the opening of the game. Was it Face Your Fears by Hikaru Utada? And that was just inside the game. The one that's the funniest one is I keep getting content, like the automatic content claims from... So the band Power Glove did a cover of the battle, of like the boss battle theme from Final Fantasy VII. And that one's called, their cover is called Omni Shred, We're Gonna Need a Bigger Sword. And I get that almost every time I play Final Fantasy VII. I don't even use stream playlists. Because I'm playing these RPGs. Like, Batman, I think, is the first game I've pulled up that didn't have, like, a good... Like, there's a good soundtrack for Batman, but there's also a lot of moments that are just silent for a long time that I wasn't realizing until we were trying to test sound last night. I think I figured out the doubled sound issue, by the way. For some reason, my, figured out my, my webcam, even though it wasn't in as an audio source, was still, like, outputting the sound into the desktop feed or something. which is why I had that like doubled sound issue last night. So I managed to go into like the webcam software and say, hey, kill the gain entirely on the microphone from the webcam. Because I'm like, I'm using this as, believe it or not, a camera.
What happened? Oh, you just made a face. You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay, let's first of all we'll do this. And then I'm just gonna start off here because I can probably.
Odin.
I kind of had that turned off as well. It's just like I think it was feeding it into the desktop audio feed, which is the audio output grab. It's how the game grabs the sound from the. At least in Streamlabs OBS. That's right, because that's the other thing, is you're using another piece of software. Drop a whole bunch of hate on him. Now we'll do Gestalt
Do
mode.
this together.
Well, first you summon it, and then just install these.
Well, I do Gestalt mode, and that's what. Because I already have it summoned.
No. Yeah, let it attack for a little while first.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't notice that.
Let's ride. Shake the ground.
I think I might be about to stagger the actual box phalanx.
What? Do I even know you? Uh-oh, I think you're gonna get a cat on you soon, friend.
The
That's
storm
possible.
is here. Until next time.
Alright, excellent. We are down to just the dude.
That's awesome. Who's
Hold on.
Change
Ruthless.
of plan.
Ruthless! Debuff that fucker!
Okay, so it really is just the most recent one.
Yeah.
And even though they came as a group, she has to dispel them one by one with Dispel.
Yeah. Well, that's
I think
why-
eventually she'll get Dispel Gun, and that will.
Yeah.
No problem.
Huzzah!
It took us a little while.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
been most of our evening, is just running back and forth fighting robots to get enough power to kill them.
Because there was too many of them. And it's not like we hadn't fought a box phalanx before.
Well, no, that one kicked our butt too, so I had run past it.
Oh, that's right.
Because it was like, alright, I figured out how to take them out. I'll just take them out. Couple shots, that's fine. I'll take out all the ads. And once you kill, like, one of the ads... I mean, I'm probably not against streaming it, but it doesn't seem like the most exciting stream, because all of the storyline of that game takes place... Like, I've played through a lot of Hyperdimension and Neptunia 1 Rebirth, and the active problem you have is that a lot of the storyline in that game is like visual novel style, where it's just like people pop up and then say
Say a thing.
a thing. I mean, look, he's probably not against it, but he already like streams himself playing Beat Saber, so it's not like he doesn't stream. Gotta figure out where he streams though.
Maybe on YouTube.
It makes the most sense to me.
Excuse me. Did we get to their village now?
Not quite yet, but hopefully
What time?
it's like around the next corner.
We should probably stop soon.
Soon, I'm gonna see if I can't. Well, here's a exclamation point that has more story.
Ooh, cutscene. Flowers. You haven't seen any flowers at all?
You remember them, right?
Yeah, sure I do. They grew all over Airba.
Erba?
We can't be far now.
She pronounces everything weird.
Erba.
It's my fault Grand Pulse ended up like this, isn't it? I remember everything. I became Ragnarok. I scarred Cocoon. And I left Grand Pulse in this mess. It was me.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god, so much
It all
plot.
came back to me. Everything that happened with iFocus. All of it.
You're lying.
No, it's the truth. It's all my fault.
Don't say that.
Oh, it's her turn to earn a summon.
Vanille.
The Eidolon knows the truth. Ha! I knew I was right.
It's here to be like, stop lying.
We're lying.
No more than you were. Admit it. You remember everything.
It wasn't your fault.
Vanille, we should talk about this later.
Is it just the two of them now? Alright, so what does he like this time?
Alright.
You're gonna swallow.
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Well, try sabotaging. That's like her specialty, right?
Seems like it.
Take this.
Yeah, that's working.
Take this.
Can I play?
Forget my butt kicked.
You probably also need to attack it if you can't keep, like...
I can take it. Hey.
Is that working too?
I don't know. I was hoping that would be it.
Not keeping me down. Cheers.
Yeah, it does work a little bit.
You're gonna squirm.
You should probably just have her Sentinel, Brian.
What?
You should probably just have her Sentinel.
Oh, yeah? Why you? I can take it. Take this.
You're gonna squirm.
That's a lot of arms.
Yeah, it is.
It's like not just a couple extra arms, it's like a lot.
You're gonna squirm. Give it your best shot.
He's doing something called Looming Wrath. Yeah, you're earning all these Eidolons, but you refuse to play with anyone else as the main character. Or as the captain of the team. So we never get to play with them. Aww. All right, I'll let you set up the team, and then I'll do it. No, you can do the setting up the team, and then I'll play.
I don't have much to set up.
Yeah, you set up the paradigms.
This place is gorgeous.
I don't hear anything, so unless it was just in the soundtrack.
Yeah. Go away, little pup. Little pup. Go away. You're being really annoying. Go lay with the big dog.
You're playing with the big dogs now.
Extra H's. H's and P's. Will you stop falling every time I put you down? You're stupid. Good night, Nick.
Good night.
Your name is not Nick.
His name is Nick.
Yeah.
That's not a Metzi.
Well, you said it in, like I said good night.
Oh.
And you said it like you were saying it back to me.
I was also saying good night to our good friend Nick.
Ah.
So you can either keep playing, or since we're at the save point and Nick's heading to bed, we could call it now as well.
Alright.
Alright, so I think that's a good place, and when we come back, we'll be, next week we'll be fighting Hecaton Cheer.
Yeah.
Tier.
I don't
Hecaton
know.
something.
Hecatonator.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.